Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and their teams to achieve their greatest potential. This show is sponsored by the CLC team, and they provide team and individual coaching and training in communication, conflict, leadership, business growth, team development, and a whole lot more. And a brand new mastermind group that begins on April 1st. Find out more about them at clcteam.com. Hey, hope you're doing great today. And I surely am, because today is the first day of spring. And spring is my favorite time of the year. As all the daffodils are blooming, the trees are flowering, and man, things are starting to get green. Plus, the weather this time of year, man, it's great for running with the cool mornings and the cool evenings. It's kind of like a new script is being written right before our eyes. And leadership is a lot like that as well, especially when becoming a new leader or switching jobs as a leader. It's also very similar to our brand new team members and our newer team members that may be switching jobs. They are ready and able to bloom, and we, their leaders, get to train them and help them develop their skills. We get to help them write the beginning of their career script, if you will. And it's great to see them spring to life and become a productive team member of the organization. And yet, sometimes we do all the work training somebody and developing their skills, and nothing significant happens at all. Or they show signs of being brilliant, great team members in the beginning, and then they just fade away. They just don't catch on, and before you know it, they quit, never to be seen again. Well, 3 years ago, I had a similar thing happen to me with daffodils. Now, I've had it happen as well with trainees, but I want to share my daffodil story because, after all, it's spring. You see, I did all the work needed the fall, probably 4 years ago, to have a great display of color in the spring. I tilled the soil, I planted the bulbs, I fertilized the soil all around the bulbs. I watered the spots that were planted with the bulbs periodically. And before I knew it, it was springtime. And they were displaying that yellowish gold flower that shows so much promise of what's ahead in the coming weeks. Man, it was awesome. Even all my neighbors commented on how beautiful it looked, the whole front yard. Now, that was 3 years ago. And my front yard, like I said, it looked amazing. And yet today, well, there's absolutely nothing to show for it. No daffodils to be seen. I mean, last year, they just never came up. And I was hopeful this year that they would start to come up again, but they were no shows again. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I did wrong, as I planted the bulbs and cared for them, and yet they were one-year wonders. They showed great potential that first year, but after that, they never lived up to their potential. They just disappeared. It's frustrating for me because I know the work that I put into those daffodils. And this is just like what can happen when training and developing your team members. The only major difference here that I see is that sometimes you get to figure out why the person is not developing prior to them disappearing. Well, since it's the first day of spring, I want to challenge you to take some action with your team members to begin developing them in new areas. Maybe get them more involved in small decisions or give them some bigger projects. Maybe give them some more responsibilities that create new excitement within your team. Heck, anything that you can think of that is new and exciting is great. Because let's face it, everyone likes change when it's good, just like springtime. The springtime flowers are coming out, the budding leaves are coming out, the warmer weather's coming, and we all get excited about that, excited for that newness. So let's take advantage of this time of year to create some new good stuff for our team members as well. Hey, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks for listening. Please join us again on Monday as we're going to talk about a brand new topic. Until then, run to your challenges.